Yes sir, what's going on YouTube? Back again with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do this easy surveillance tracking frame, all in Premiere, no plugins needed. Before we hop into the video, I want to give a shout out to Ben Dragon 410. Bro's been showing a lot of love on all my recent content, so shout out to you, bro. So without further ado, let's jump right into Premiere. Okay, so now we're in Premiere. I have a clip loaded up from a video I shot, and the first thing you're gonna want to do is go to a blank area on the timeline, create a square with the rectangle tool, make it as big as you can. Doesn't have to be a perfect square, just close enough. Then what you're gonna want to do is uncheck the fill, check stroke, change it to whatever color you want your tracking frame to be. I'm gonna go with green. Then we're gonna turn the stroke up to 55, and here we have our tracking frame. Gonna make it a little bit smaller. So then what you're gonna want to do is export the frame. Make sure the format is PNG, so the layer will be transparent when you drop it on the video. And then you're gonna want to just save that to wherever you want it to be saved to. I'm gonna name it tracking frame and hit OK. Import it back into Premiere, import, drop it right on the clip. And now what you're gonna want to do is go to the effects controls and resize it, make it small, go about 10 for the size. And the size depends on how close or far your subject is to the camera. Go to the beginning of the clip, and that's where you want to start. And I'm gonna go through and keyframe, just some quick keyframes on the position, and I'll keyframe the scale as well. And as it moves, when it gets to a point where it's off of the subject's face, then you can move the position. And as you go through, just move a couple frames, and if it gets too far off, you want to just move it. So I'm gonna go back and adjust the size because the camera gets closer. Before it gets too big, I'll add a keyframe and scale up just a little bit. And so you can see it grows as it gets closer, and I feel like that's a good size all the way through. So I'll just drag that last keyframe to the end of the clip, and our tracking frame is tracked to the subject's face. So then what I'm gonna do, and another thing too, I like leaving these keyframes linear. I don't change them to smooth them out, because I feel like the jitteriness just adds to the effect. And then so the next thing I'll do, add strobe light effect, change the color to something similar. Doesn't have to be exactly the same, but something similar to the original tracking frame. And blend with the original, I'm gonna put it on 20%. Strobe duration 0.20, strobe period 0.30, random strobe at 15%. This strobe operates on color only, and strobe operator on copy. And when you do that, you'll get a little bit of flicker in your tracking frame. Then the last thing you're gonna want to do is add some noise or some grain to your footage, and I'll just use the regular noise and boost it up to about 50%. And then I'll add one more layer. I got this overlay, this expired film overlay, and I'll just drop this on top and change the blending mode to linear light, and that'll just add some more movement. So after you add your grain, you're pretty much done. So there it is, the easiest way to do the surveillance tracking in Premiere, all in Premiere. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace.